So hi guys and welcome back to the second race of season 2 here in my team career mode. And if you haven't watched last video guys, go and check it out because it was craziness. Because Ayrton Senna was leading the race, he DNF'd, then Lando Norris was leading the race and then he too DNF'd, and because of that Charles Leclerc was the one who was able to win and clutch his first win in the Australian GP. Obviously guys, the Red Bull at the start of the season has been very bad, as we saw in season 1 where Max Verstappen DNF'd out of 3 races in his first 4 races. So I think it will be difficult. So here we have guys Bahrain GP. It will not be a difficult one guys for us because we have many upgrades and we have a lot of time to get these upgrades done, mainly on the powertrain side because that is going to give us the most performance in the track where powertrain is the most important. So we have 1.5k resource points. Let's see what we can do. Obviously guys, aero might be a good shout, and here we have done the front wing end plate. As I was thinking, I thought, you know what, let's just keep an eye on chassis one. Let's look at that, what we can do here, and what we can do in the chassis one is going to be a good thing because guys, in powertrain I am not doing any upgrades right now because I know is that we already have many development upgrades that need to be developed in powertrain. So I have decided at the end that minor drag reduction will be the one where we are going on. So guys, obviously we are right now still the 7th best car, and we have to do something about that. So we have now opened another one which is a research expansion for aero, and we have another open upgrade in personnel department where we can upgrade for the team here. So let's see what we can upgrade here. I think driver's psychologist sounds like a good idea and we have done that. So let's just go into the corporate side too guys. If we can upgrade something there, that will be helpful, and we have already have merchandising department to boot there, so it will take 12 days, which means we can do that afterwards. So many upgrades are coming in. Research completed for a durability upgrade, which I did as a joke guys. So we have another event here, department event, which was workforce annual bonuses, and because of that we got 250 resource points more. So we are still only 7th best car, but we will all, and look at that guys, just by putting on that one major upgrade we went from 7th to 5th best car, and that is helpful. Obviously we still have DRS maximum slot, which is a minor aerodynamics upgrade that will be helpful. Let's do the intercooler in the powertrain one, done that, and now we only have to do rotor speed after all these big upgrades come in, and we are guys loving life. We are getting many upgrades, and even the chassis one, nothing is stopping us guys now, and it is because of guys those upgrades which weren't really needed in the facility management. What the facilities upgraded I did were important, and because of that the failure rate of even the research have gotten much better. So that is a good news for us. Obviously guys, durability upgrade we can do that because we have 8 million still. So again guys, I am doing a quality of life improvement for the aero side, and this is honestly helpful for us guys because our morale will not get worse for aerodynamics or all these departments. That will be helpful for us. So in the personnel one I have done the secondary sponsor, which is also important because we need much more secondary sponsor, and already early talks with Jack Crawford. And obviously guys, I am not keeping him for another season because we want some better drivers. So let's see. Obviously his requirements is honestly very low with 3 fan rating, 7th vehicle performance, and 1.99 million in the salary. So it's not the worst ask, but honestly guys, if he can, if he can get around 72 to 73 rated at the end of this season, I might consider to keep Jack Crawford in. But first, let's again go in the upgrade, and we have another DRS maximum slot. But guys, this is some big upgrades. Obviously both of them are minor, but we are with these upgrades are getting better and better. And now the rotor speed one, obviously that will come out after the Bahrain Grand Prix, but that doesn't matter guys, because these upgrades, all of them will matter to us. So look at that guys, I am still upgrading as much as we can, and everything is coming in. That is the big thing guys, nothing is failing, nothing is getting worse, which helps us so much. So we have another secondary sponsor that will obviously help us, but still guys, we only have 9 days to go, but we can do something about it. So let's just go into the facility management where we have done the quality of life one. So let's just do that for chassis 2. Obviously guys, this meant that we will fail less upgrades in the next part of the season, so that will be helpful. So we have 2000 resource points, and now we can make some big upgrades. So we have done a weight reduction upgrade in chassis, that will be helpful. So let's go into the development, and aerodynamics upgrade are coming in, and one more which will come in obviously for the Imola GP. So let's just assign the upgrade. Let's just give it to, I think Crawford might deserve this guys, because he is not the best rated driver, so he should be getting one, but we have given it to Sonoda, but Crawford got it. So guys, I do not understand what's happening here right now. Well, the upgrades seemingly don't go to the driver I am giving it to, but it doesn't matter guys. So we are driving as Sonoda in the Bahrain GP.
Well, as the sun goes down, the speeds go up. It's almost time to get underway for this shootout for the fastest time and the best possible grid position for tomorrow's race. Let's get on with it. It's qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
And obviously guys, my plan was to think about driving, but I thought, you know what, let's just drive as Sonoda, and why not, let's just see what we can do with him. And with so many upgrades, I forgot to tell you guys, we are right now the 4th best car on the grid in the Bahrain GP. We are the 4th best car on the grid, so we can do something. And guys, obviously in the last episode, if you haven't watched it, I did tell you that we had a big problem with the with my laptop and all the recordings, which got deleted, but I honestly don't know how, but I was able to save these recordings. But the problem was they weren't able to, we weren't able to get the quality back. But it doesn't matter guys, because on the first lap in Q1 we have gone to P1, and I did not do another lap. Well, I did, but it didn't really improve anything, and because of that we have gotten ourselves into P4, and our teammate Jack Crawford is in P16 too. So on the first lap into Q2, obviously it was a little difficult because we caught up to Crawford and we had to fight him for the racing time. I should have just abandoned the lap guys, because obviously we are not getting any competitive time here for ourselves. But I thought, you know what, let's just complete the lap. For the hell, we might be able to get something. And guys, as I was saying, is that the problem I have faced with the recording will end in this in this episode. Obviously I did fix the recording, and in the race I went a little bit too crazy, but honestly it's just qualifying guys. Qualifying is the only part where you have to face this recording. We are going to get better in the race. So here we are guys, obviously doing another lap, this time on a new set of tires. Obviously I did one more lap in Q2 on the same set of tires which I did the first lap. I didn't really improve that much, so I thought, you know what, let's just go out again. We are P7, though it will be a little difficult, but I think I can get something. Obviously at the end of first sector on turn 11 I knew that I will gain all the time here. So look at that guys, into the turn 13, and look at that, almost 3 tenths gain. We have gone wide, and I told you guys that I have gone a little bit lax on the track limits guys, because if I had not done that, we would have way too many penalties in these races where I am driving without any racing light. So with 5 tenths gain I have stayed into P7, which kind of scared me guys. So on the same set of tires I went again, and I thought, you know what, we need to improve. and let's see what we can do. Obviously 1/10, almost half, well 2 turns almost gained in the first 3 corners. That is big, much better this time. Obviously into turn 4 we have lot of heaps of time here, and we have gained that back. Look at that, only half a tenth what we gained, but now we are back in with 2 tenths and a purple first sector. Let's see what we can do here. Obviously second sector is also done, 4 tenths gain. That should be enough for us to get ourselves into Q3. Obviously P7 right now, and not many people are improving, but guys, I knew it might take it might be a risk to not do a lap in P7, so I did it, and with 4 tenths gain, race through the line using all the battery we have. Let's see where we go, and we go to P3. That is honestly much bigger than you guys must think, because guys, first race we did not even qualify out of Q1, and now we are into Q3, and Jack Crawford also into P14, so that is good. Obviously guys, Jack Crawford is only 68 or 69 88, so it makes sense he is only P14, but we are here into Q3 with our first lap on a used set of tires, and honestly guys, it was so much easier to drive in Bahrain without any racing line than it was in Australia, because it's a race, it's not really a racing track, and that's why the markers on the lap where I have to brake, or even the braking markers, it's so difficult to identify them, and half the times there aren't even any braking markers, so it was so difficult in Australia. But here I am finding it very easy than it was in Australia. Obviously it's much better with the curbs and with the braking markers, much better. And look at that guys, into Q3 we have already gained 2.5 tenths even before turn 4. Now look at that, 3 tenths gain. We have done something crazy. So first sector done, and we are obviously on purple, and I am losing all my time in the second sector. So let's see what we can do here. We have already gained 4 tenths, 5 tenths to boot there. That is a big lap here. 5.5 tenths. Can we get this to at least 8 tenths or even 9 tenths? That will be good. But at the exit of turn 10 guys, we went wide. We went a little too wide, and because of that, that is going to cost us. That might cost us a little bit, but that doesn't matter, because in turn 11, look at the time we have gained it back. 7.5 tenths we have gained. Can we get it to 8 tenths, even 9 tenths? That will be big into the final 2 corners, and we have gained it guys. We have gained 1 second. 1 second for us. Can we keep this up? Hell, can we gain a 1.2 or 1.3 second? That will be the best for us. But into the final corner, a little bit bad exit, but still we have gained 1.1 seconds. That has gone down a little bit, but still a second gain. Let's see where we end up, and it's P2. Yuki Tsunoda in the second race of the season has gone to P2. We are just behind Max Verstappen, Ayrton Senna, and George Russell behind us. Kellyman into P5, and Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, both the teammates, into P6 and P7. And guys, this is going to be good. This needs to be good, because we are into P2. Let's just go into the race.
The stage is set for another enthralling race here in the Kingdom of Bahrain, a Ferrari stronghold in years gone by. Will they be able to add to their record today? We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Yuki Tsunoda completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Senna, Russell, Mayer, and Norris, Piastri, Leclerc, Antonelli, and Lewis Hamilton, Webber, Sainz, Ollie Behrman, and Crawford, Albon, Bortoletto, Pierre Gasly, and Nico Hülkenberg, Lawson, Stroll, Doohan, and Pepe Marti rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me, a man, well, what more can I say? But he's a legend. Anthony Davidson. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Big pressure at the start of the race, Crofty, for all of them up and down the grid, no matter where you are. But the drivers these days, they practice, practice and practice. They have rigs with them at the circuit where they can sit down with the actual steering wheel from the real car, and they've got lights that they react to. The clutch paddle is tailored around the driver's hands, around their fingers, so they can have optimum position before they start. So there's so much thought and effort that goes into getting these cars off the line.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Wait, did I just
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do.
Did I just hear Yuki Tsunoda saying something? Wait, have they put driver voices now in the game? That's honestly, if that is true, that is amazing. But here I have put, guys, the tire pressure at the maximum I can, because obviously, guys, though the strategy says hard mediums, I know those mediums will have a little too difficult time. So let's just go into the second race of the season with 3 lights, 4 lights and 5 lights. And here we go for the Bahrain GP, and we start from P2, Max Verstappen into pole, Senna and Russell fighting, and we have gone a little bit down there, but we are now through the inside between both the drivers, and we have gone a little bit wide so that we can get a good exit. There is Senna and Max Verstappen fighting, and there is 3 wide between Lando Norris and Oscar P. Well, that is Russell, sorry, and Lando Norris has done it, and he is now into P4, and there is Charles Leclerc and Piastri fighting with each other, but that doesn't matter to us. Obviously, guys, we are here into P1. Obviously, we are on hard tires. Everyone else is on mediums or soft tires, so it will be a little difficult for us to do something in the first 3 laps, at least 3 to 4 laps, because after that the hard tires will come onto its own. So I know that because of that, guys, on to the racing line, well, on to the start finish straight on lap 2, I kind of let Senna by Max Verstappen fighting with us. But guys, I was not going to let Max Verstappen by, because if I had done that, he would have stayed in front and he would have made a big gap. So that's why on to the DRS straight, we have the DRS, Max Verstappen has the DRS, but we also do, and because of that we go around the outside of Ayrton Senna, and even on those soft tires he can't do anything, because we again with the purple first sector. I am into the P1 with those hard tires. Obviously, guys, the hard tires and turn 8, we have gone a little bit wide there, but as I was saying, guys, look at that, I let Ayrton Senna by again, and as I was saying, guys, turn 8 was a little bit difficult for me because I wasn't able to identify any kind of braking marker there. That was a little difficult for us, but still we move, guys. Obviously turn 8 and turn 10 were the 2 where I was having the most difficulty, but that doesn't matter now, guys, because we are still trying to do something here. And here on lap 3, almost at the end, we have lost the DRS to Ayrton Senna, and Max Verstappen is on the back of us. So I decided, let's let Max Verstappen by, because he will give us DRS, and he has definitely done that, and we will get the DRS on the start finish straight of lap 4. And we have Lando Norris behind us who will try to fight us, and he did go side by side with us, but we go a little bit wide, which gives us a little better traction out of turn 1, and because of that we have stayed into P3. But the bad news for us that we have not been able to catch up to Max Verstappen, and there is Lando Norris and Kelly Mayer fighting with each other. Turn 4, they are still going side by side. Turn 4, turn 5, turn 6, and look at that, still going side by side. Turn 7, no one is giving it up, but into turn 8, Lando Norris has stayed in front, and he is now a second behind us. That was the most important thing, because, guys, now both the drivers of Lando Norris, Kelly Mayer, and I think George Russell is behind them. These guys will keep on fighting with each other, and we will be the one who will try to catch up to Max Verstappen and Ayrton Senna without having to think all the time about the people behind us, and we have the hard tires too, so our tires will keep on getting better. And this is what I'm saying, guys. On turn 5, look at how close these guys are fighting, and that is George Russell carving his way through Kelly Mayer, and now he is trying to go around the outside of Lando Norris. Both of them has the DRS. Yes, and that DRS is shut, but still going side by side. Lando Norris and George Russell not giving each other an inch of space, and because of that, George Russell has finally overtaken Lando Norris. But that also means that Lando Norris's tires are getting worse and worse. So, lap 5, our teammate is in P13, which is a good position, guys, because he might be able to at least get P11 or P10 if everything goes, and that's a smoke. That is a big puff of smoke coming out of the car of Oliver Bearman, and he is definitely DNFing, and he has DNF'd on lap 5 there. So we are here, guys. Obviously, I am just keep trying to make a big gap behind us, and because Kelly Mayer, George Russell, and Lando Norris were fighting with each other.
0.4 seconds. Okay, Senna's ahead of you. Okay, they're on old softs. Mayer's behind you. Okay, they're on old softs. Our gap to first place.
Obviously, guys, I was trying to see what the lap times of these guys were doing, but obviously I wasn't able to know that, but that doesn't matter because I am pushing. So on lap 11, Ayrton Senna has already pit from his soft tires last lap. So me and Max Verstappen have gone into the pits, and we are now, obviously he will go on to hards. I thought, you know what, hard tires, let's save that to the end, because for me hard tires are actually much better than medium tires right now. So you know what, I thought let's just go on to the medium tires. Let's let that tire go in, so that we at the end will get a much better tire where I can push a little bit more, not too much, but I can push a little bit more there. So let's just see what we can do. And here out of the pits we have gone a little bit wide, but because the tires are a little bit cold, but obviously, guys, medium tires easy to hot up, and because of that still it's going to be a little difficult, guys, because Lando Norris has caught up to us and George Russell is also behind him. So what I'm going to do at the end, look at that, guys, what I have done is slowed down so much is that George Russell and Kelly Mayer has come up, and we go around the inside from the outside. That means, guys, obviously I let Lando Norris by because I wanted the DRS, then I subbed into the braking, overtake him there, and now I will get the DRS, and Lando Norris will be swallowed up by George Russell and Kelly Mayer, but he will get DRS again. So these guys will keep on fighting. This is the best thing for us, guys, because though I am not able to catch up to Ayrton Senna and Max Verstappen, but that obviously is difficult, guys, because that is Max Verstappen and Ayrton Senna. It's not that easy to catch up to them, I know that, but we are doing everything we can to keep that P3 in place. And because these guys keep on fighting with George Russell, Lando Norris and Kelly Mayer, all three are fighting so much. They are just not skipping each other on the DRS straight. They are fighting through the second sector, through the third sector, going side by side a lot. And because of that, on lap 15, look at that, guys, we already have a 2.6 gap. But the problem is George Russell has broken DRS to Lando Norris. Now I cannot sit behind and relax, guys, I have to push. And guys, honestly, I have noticed that even though the tire pressure which I have put in the car is it is a lot higher, but guys, what I have noticed is that because I have no racing line, I am actually using my tires a little bit less, which is honestly a little crazy, but I think it makes sense because obviously I was using a little too much, trying to push a little too much, but that doesn't matter now. So lap 19, we just had a yellow flag, but it has turned green, so it doesn't matter. I am going to be pitting this lap on next, so it doesn't matter anyway. And that is so good news for us. Safety car deployed. Amazing news, guys, for us. That is the most amazing news for us. So was it Kelly Mayer or George Russell? Looks like it was Kelly Mayer, or it might be Oscar Piastri. Let's see. Oscar Piastri goes. No, it was Kelly Mayer, guys. Kelly Mayer on turn 1 spun out, and because of that, there was a safety car, which is crazy, honestly, because I have not seen a safety car for DNFs, but we saw a safety car for Calimere, who well spun onto the racing track, which is crazy, but that gives us a golden opportunity here, guys. This is a big and golden opportunity for us because we will pit onto the hard tires, and it looks like Ayrton Senna and Max Verstappen will also be pitting on those tires. But what I was saying, guys, is that we will catch up to Max Verstappen and Ayrton Senna because of the safety car, and this will give us the best chance to get that win. Obviously, guys, I am trying to fight for that win, but we just did not have the pace. But here, can we do it? Can we do something here? So out of the pits we go, and we have stayed into P3, obviously, because well, George Russell and Lando Norris did pit a lap earlier, so they had the worst luck. But still, Lando Norris and George Russell has stayed in P4 and P5. So lap 22, the racing is going to start. The safety car is in this lap, and prepare for resuming racing. And we have done that. Look at that, how amazing start we got. We had to stop pushing on the throttle because we got such an amazing start that we were able to get Senna. But into braking for turn 1, we have gone for the race lead, and we have taken the race lead. But that's not the only thing, guys. Max Verstappen and Ayrton Senna are fighting with each other, which means, guys, they are fighting means we will be able to get a big gap. And look at that, guys, it's 3 wide through turn 4, and Lando Norris has also come in. Ayrton Senna has pushed down from P2 to P4 now, but still side by side is Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. But obviously Max Verstappen has to go behind Lando Norris. Max Verstappen has to go behind Lando Norris. That is such a big news for us, guys, because Lando Norris does not have the pace to catch up to me, but Max Verstappen does. So if Max Verstappen can stay in front of Lando Norris, that will be a big news for us, because we only have 6 laps to go, and I have the battery, I have the tires. So on lap 24, guys, Max Verstappen was not someone you can stay behind, well, keep behind, and that is tire banging. That was sparks flying with tire banging for Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. Look at that, still going side by side. Lando Norris gets the DRS, but Max Verstappen still has enough pace to stay in front. And there is Senna, Russell fighting Piastri, and Sainz also fighting with each other. Look at that, both the Red Bulls still going side by side. Turn 4, turn 5, and now turn 6. And look at that, guys, still going side by side, and that is Russell who has overtaken Ayrton Senna. That is a big lock up for him, but he has done it. He has overtaken his teammate Ayrton Senna for P4. Obviously, guys, Russell, well, he wasn't that bad. It was just that he was stuck behind Lando Norris and Calimere, and he was able to break off the DRS, but because of the safety car, it didn't really matter. So lap 27, Max Verstappen is already here, guys. 2 laps to go and he is already here. But you know, guys, the drill. We let him cross the DRS line, and we get the DRS by braking a little bit later, pushing Max Verstappen a little bit wide, and we again have the DRS. But guys, the problem is the next dose of DRS will go through Max Verstappen, and another bad news is Max Verstappen is much faster than us. So I will have to do something to push ourselves as much as we can. So at the end of lap 28, almost starting the final lap of the race, Max Verstappen, we will going to do again. We are doing the same thing again, and look at that, guys. Max Verstappen again overtakes us, and we go around the outside of Max Verstappen, going side by side, getting a little bit of tire spin, but that doesn't matter, guys, because we will get the DRS. Look at that, we have the DRS, and we have overtaken Max Verstappen back and onto the second DRS straight. He will not be able to overtake us. So this is good news for us, and we are 7 tenths in front of Max Verstappen. Lando Norris, though, is behind a little bit. Can he attack? I don't think he will be able to do anything, because here is Max Verstappen putting all the pressure on us. But I am not braking, guys. I am keeping myself in front. And look at that, guys, at the exit of turn 10, I don't know, Max Verstappen must have gotten some crazy luck there. He just did not get a good exit there, and because of that, we have consolidated P1 in the last lap Now last sector into the final corner. No DRS available for Max Verstappen this time, and race to the line with only 2% DRS raised, and we go and we win the Bahrain GP with only the second race of the season and with only the fourth best car on the grid. We have done it pure on pace.
The checkered flag is out. The crowd roar their approval for Yuki Tsunoda.
Well, they were clearly at one with their car today, Crofty, out there. New regulations, of course, for this season. And you can tell that they've done their homework. They've studied, they've put probably a lot of time in the simulator, worked well with their engineer. And, I mean, they were absolute joy to watch out there today. They really were.
It's what every driver imagines when they start out on their long road towards Formula One. And for our lucky three today, here's the podium waiting for them. And the little man towers over the rest. It's the top step of the podium for Yuki Tsunoda.
And what an amazing race, guys. We were able to win the race. We won the Bahrain Grand Prix. Obviously, it was a little difficult. But at the safety car restart, we just got in such an amazing start. SENNA was already dispatched. And our teammate... Wait, why did he pit a third time? Why did Jack Crawford pit a third time? He would have been at least P11, P12. Why did he pit? Honestly, guys, I do not understand. But the thing I understand is that we have done it. And look at that, Yuki Tsunoda, no damage for us. But Jack Crawford had damage. And that makes sense, guys. He must have had some kind of front wing damage at the start of the restart. And because of that, he had to pit again. But that doesn't matter, guys, for us. Because we have done it. We have won the Bahrain Grand Prix. So guys, if you are enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.